What's up, deep thinkers? It's Robert from Existence First, and what I want to talk to you about today is a brief reflection on death, aging, and power hierarchies. Okay, this reflection was inspired by a video from Arnold Schwarzenegger, and this was just a brief video clip, but it was current day. It was recent, and the thought that I had as I was watching this was, funny enough, I thought, man, Arnold got really old and wrinkly. He got really old and wrinkly, this dude. And so I was starting to go down this road of, wow, what a testament to the impermanence of life, this, that. But it really, when I thought about it, it wasn't an issue of impermanence. It was actually an issue of power hierarchies. And let me demonstrate what I mean by that. The thought that was running through my mind was, wow, Arnold, it turns out that Arnold is junior to the aging process. He's junior to the aging process. And when I say junior as opposed to senior, I'm referring to this power hierarchy. For example, let's take the case of like superhero movies, right? And superheroes. So if you've got this superhero who can fly, then that superhero is senior to gravity. But everybody else who's stuck with 2 feet on the ground, they are junior to gravity in terms of power hierarchy, right? Or if you have some sort of superhero who can play with fire and who can be all up in flames and nothing happens to him, he's senior to heat or fire, right? So he could walk into a burning building and rescue people and have suffer no injuries, right? Versus maybe the firefighters who, yes, they have tools to kind of like battle the fire, but really as human beings they are junior to the fire. They can't just like walk in there and just walk out, right? I mean, their skin will get burned. Even if they have these suits on, there's dangers of building collapsing and whatnot. Okay, so junior, senior, you get it? Now, let's take a look at this example again. Arnold Schwarzenegger. He is junior to the process of aging, just like all of us, right? That's why I put pillar number 1 of Existence First is biological contingency, right? We have to respect our biological dependency. But let's look at the things that he is senior to, right? He's senior, or above these other things, such as any reluctance or laziness to work out. Obviously, that was not an obstacle for him. He overcame that. I'm sure he felt it at times, like he didn't want to work out, but he did it anyways. He overcame that. And in that way, he was senior. He demonstrated seniority to those things. Okay? Now, let's take a look at what we make ourselves junior and senior to. Think about your life. Think about the things that you encounter as potential obstacles. And think about what things do you consider yourself senior to and which things do you consider yourself junior to. And my guess is that it's going to be reversed. Why do I say that? Well, like let's say that you don't go to the gym, okay, because you say to yourself, oh, I'm too lazy, or I'm too tired, okay. Now your goals or your ability to get things done, you are subordinating yourself to this feeling of fatigue or laziness or whatever, or to even a self-concept of laziness or a self-concept of oh, I'm not the type of person that works out, right? So, and obviously that can be overcome. So this is something that's weaker than you, but now you are subordinating yourself to that thing which is weaker. So it's almost like a reversal of what's actually true in reality. All right. Likewise, let's look at the other end. What's more powerful than you? I would say probably death, aging, biology. Those are things that for the most part, are senior to you. And yet, how many times do we see people in denial of death, unable to accept it, whether it's death of other people around them, or it's imminent mortality for themselves? Like, how many times do we see people just thinking? It's almost as if they've carried with them throughout their whole life this idea, or in the back of their minds, that death doesn't count for them, or that they're going to live forever or something. And my thought is like, who told you that? Like, who told you were going to live forever, right? So, but then it causes suffering, right? When we think we're more powerful than things that we're actually not more powerful than, then that causes suffering. And we also suffer when we act less powerful than these things that are weaker than us, such as laziness, fear, etc. Right? So we have to examine again, what are we senior to and what are we junior to? And I think that from that there's going to be a lot of insights and hopefully some action taking, because that's what produces results. But anyways, all right, that's all for now. Make sure you think deeply and put your existence first.